Hey guys, Alex with Davey and Krista here, and today we are going to be talking about the Facebook Pixel. Some of you guys may or may not be familiar with what a Facebook Pixel is, but no need to fear. Today we are going to show you, tell you what a Facebook Pixel is, what it does, and how you can get it set up on your site. So to start off, I'll tell you a little bit about a Facebook Pixel. The Facebook Pixel is basically code that lives on your website that essentially stalks your visitors if they're logged into Facebook. So you've probably seen this in a lot of places where you've visited a website like JCrew, and you go right back to Facebook, and then boom, right there in your feed is JCrew targeting you for something that you've looked at, or just something in general. And this is the Facebook Pixel at work. This is it targeting you, and this is a very useful tool for really anyone who's just getting started into Facebook ads, or really anything with Facebook ads. You're gathering data from visitors from your website, and you're going to be able to use that when you start getting set up on Facebook ads. So it's really useful to get started on this right now and let your pixel start collecting data, even if you're not wanting to start with Facebook ads right yet. You can have this running on your website and go ahead and be collecting this data, so that way when you're ready, you already have a bunch of data to pull from to start targeting people. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is if you have a Facebook Pixel already installed on your website. And maybe you've played around with the Pixel, maybe you don't know if it's actually working on your website, or like I said, maybe you've played around with it before and you're not, this could be a while later and you're not really sure if you have it installed. So I'm going to show you a real quick, easy way of testing to see if a pixel is installed on your website. And it's also a cool way to kind of see if pixels are installed on other people's sites. So if you're on Chrome, you can Google Facebook Pixel Helper. And I already have it installed, but you can install this and you will see your extensions up here. I have a bunch, I apologize, but it's this one right here. So what you can do is, if you don't know, you can go make sure you're logged out of your website. And being logged out is a very important part. If you're logged in, it probably will tell you that it's not working. So this is, I should mention as well, right now this is for WordPress, self-hosted WordPress specifically. If you have a WordPress.com account, I believe that you cannot add a pixel to a Facebook.com account. I could be wrong. But if you have a self-hosted WordPress account, I will show you how to set that up. And then I'll give a quick little side note on how to do this with Squarespace users. Okay, so after you have installed the Facebook Pixel Helper extension, you can pop over to your website and you can check to see if that little extension turns blue. And if it turns blue, or is blue, then that means that you have already installed a pixel on your website, or you have a pixel installed there. So it's also a cool way just to see if other people have pixels installed. 99% of people probably do have a pixel installed. So, but it's kind of fun to spy on people. But if it's gray, like most of you guys, it's probably going to be gray, then that's perfect. I'm going to show you how to get this installed on your site and turn this dude blue. And also, if this is already blue for you guys and it's been a little while, I'm going to show you how to double check that the correct Facebook pixel is installed on your site. Okay, so here's how you get to the Facebook Pixel Manager. So you're going to go to Facebook and then go over here to this top right hand side and go to Manage Ads. You'll just click through until you get to the Ads Manager. And what you can do is you'll hit this top hamburger menu here. You'll go to All Tools. If you don't see Pixels over here, you'll just go to All Tools and Pixels is there, but usually it'll be on this little like frequently used after you've used it a couple of times. But if not, just click All Tools and then go to pixels. So if you've ever set one up before, you'll see I have one. And so if you get to here, and you can only have one. So if you have one, it's good. Even if you've never installed it on your website, we're going to go through how to do that. But, it's not like you need to delete it or anything like that. You can still use this one. But if you don't have one, usually there's going to be something that's just like, you don't have a Facebook's pixel set up yet. Would you like to create one? And you'll just walk through the prompts of setting one up. It takes real quick. Once you have set it up and walk through the steps of creating your pixel, you're going to have this pixel ID here. And you're not wanting this ID up here. You're wanting this pixel ID. So just make sure that that's very specific, that you grab this pixel ID. All right, so if you already have a pixel here, it's always good, and you haven't played with this for a little while and you're not really sure when you set this up, it's always good to, if you went to the pixel helper and you have the pixel installed on your website, it's just good to double check that the code or however you installed that pixel, it's good just to go ahead and double check that this ID is the correct one and that it's not from somebody else or something like that. So if it's been a while, just double check that your pixel ID is correct and it's the one that's installed on your website. So if you need a little bit of help figuring out where your pixel is installed, usually it's going to be one of the two methods that I'm going to show here in this video if you're on WordPress, and then I believe there's only one way to do it if you're on Squarespace. So I'll show you that in a second if you need help trying to track down where you installed your pixel. Okay, so if you don't have a pixel or if you've just created one, you will not have this data like I have right here right now. This data is accumulated by people being logged into Facebook and then visiting your site. So give it some time. Even if you install this video today, you won't have data immediately. So just give it a day. Even if you can open your website while you're logged out. After you install your pixel, you can go to your website and click around and you should start to see your own activity. But again, you can install this and then within a day or so, you should start to see some traffic from some logged in Facebook users. So real quick, I'll give you the little synopsis of, if you're a WordPress user, we're going to be using a plugin called Pixel Caffeine. I'll walk you through that in just a second, but Pixel Caffeine is it's a free plugin, and it makes setting up your pixel ID setting up your pixel really simple and really easy. If you are on Squarespace, what you're going to want to do is, while you're in the Events Manager, you're going to click through to your pixel, and then you're going to go over here to Setup and then Install Pixel. And then click Install Code Manually. So you'll copy this code and you're going to paste that into the code injector on Squarespace. It's that simple. And usually, once you've pasted this into your site and click Continue, it's going to help you just double check that that's set up correctly. Okay, so here we are on a website that does not have a pixel set up at all. And we are again on a self-hosted version of WordPress. So WordPress.org, this is not a WordPress.com account. This is WordPress.org self-hosted. So we're going to go in and go to Plugins, Add New. And then right here in the search bar, we're going to type Pixel Caffeine, and it's the one by Espresso. So click Install. And then we are going to activate it once it's installed. There we go. And it's going to give, it'll automatically pop us over there, but it's going to give you a little sidebar thing. So if it doesn't take you automatically over there, this is where your settings for this will live. So once you're here, you're going to scroll down and click Setup Now. And it's going to pop you could just click General Settings. But what you're going to want to do is go back to the Facebook Manager and grab your Pixel ID. So again, that is this code right here, it says Pixel ID. You're going to copy that and then go back over to your site and paste it in and click enable and then save. And once you've done that, you have connected this to Facebook, and you should be all set. And you can see if I go over here to my homepage that even it's even working even though I'm logged in. You can see that our pixel helper is now blue. It shows that my pixel ID is working, so you can confirm that by looking at the last 4, 0589. I go back over here. It is 0589, and it is now installed on my website, and it is that simple. If you don't immediately get a success code or a success blue light here, that could mean a few things. Maybe you need to clear your cache if you're on a WordPress website or something like that, but you just might need to double check that there's no spaces in the code, the ID. If you're inserting this into the header, just double check that all of that information is correct, that you've cleared cache. It might just take a second to kind of flush its way out and get where this is working and showing you that it is working. And after that, it is you are all set. Your pixel is set up and you're good to just let that run its course. You won't be able to make ads immediately until you let some data start kind of combining or collecting. So just let this sit and collect some data for a little while before you try to start making ads with your pixel. But it's also good, like I said, even if you're not going to do ads right now, to just get this going and let it be collecting data. I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoyed.